श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओं। कृष्णं वन्दे मन्तपाशधरं दिव्यार्भकाकृतिं शिखाबन्धत्रयोपेतं भैष्मीमध्वकरार्चितं. Subject is scientific interpretation of rise and fall of Vrutra, Dadichi's sacrifice and Indra's exit. Let's run through the summary of story. While Brihaspatiacharya disappears because of Indra's negligence, Vishwarupa gets adapted as master of demigods and fetches victory over demons. Understanding the effects of partiality by Vishwarupa, Indra chops off all three heads of Vishwarupa. After the death of Vishwarupa, his father Twashtu, in rage against Lord Indra, executes offering in Dakshinagni, creating a demon who turns gigantic day by day. Enveloping everything, he induced darkness at all places, and hence he was called as Vrutra. After failing to create any impact on Vrutra from their weapons, demigods reached Lord Srihari and prayed. Srihari advised demigods to approach sage Dadichi to seek his body as donation. He also instructs them to get crafted a divine weapon from Vishwakarma using Dadichi's bones, so that he will instill his powers in that weapon, enabling demigods to kill Vrutra. When Indra and other demigods request Dadichi for his body, he agrees to give it, considering the act as path of metaphysical achievement. Vishwakarma crafts Vajrayudha from the bones of Dadichi and hands over to Indra. Then Lord Srihari instills his power in Vajrayudha. Upon receiving Vajrayudha, Indra declares war on Vrutra. Vrutra says that he knows the power of Vajrayudha as it has power instilled by Lord Srihari. He further states that victory is assured to those who has Lord Srihari on their side, and hence you can kill me easily. These statements of Vrutra surprises Indra. Vrutra, insisting Indra to use Vajrayudha, attacks him ferociously so that he can end the war and attain the divine feet of Lord Srihari. Finally, Indra uses his Vajrayudha to kill Vrutra. After killing Vrutra, Indra couldn't escape from Brahmatya dosha again. As a result, he reaches and locks himself in the lotus duct of Manasa Sarovara in northeast direction. Let's see this story with physiological interpretation. The rise of Vrutra and Dadichi's sacrifice. The innate immunity collapse due to disappearance of Brihaspatiacharya enhances the strength of pathogens and calls for specificity to kill them. After adapting Vishwarupa as master, adaptive immunity kills pathogens with specificity. The partiality of Vishwarupa, allowing survival of few antigens and unnecessarily increasing the activation of cytotoxic T cell, creates harmful immune response that leads to unwanted diseases. To overcome this, immune system has to deactivate or destroy antigen presenting cells, B cells and T cells. This is the meaning of Indra chopping all three heads of Vishwarupa. This is what we had understood in the scientific interpretation of Vishwarupa in the previous explanation. Brihaspatiacharya disappears because of Indra's negligence. Indra himself kills Vishwarupa. The body has neither innate immune response nor adaptive immune response now. In this condition, let's understand what happens to body in the absence of innate and adaptive immune responses. As Twashta was allowed to survive, he performed yajna to take revenge on Indra and created a demon Vrutra with offerings in Dakshinagni. That means the antigen which was not killed created autoimmune disease. After failing to create any impact from using their weapons on Vrutra, demigods reached Lord Vishnu and prayed. That means the immune system launched attack on autoimmune disease, assuming it as conventional. As it turned out to be recurring or unconventional, immune system sent signal to central nervous system for help. As advised by Srihari, when demigods reach sage Dadichi seeking his body, he sacrifices, concluding they act as divine oriented. Upon his sacrifice, Vishwakarma takes the bone marrow from his bones and performs bone marrow transplantation, and that is Vajrayudha for Indra, or weapon for immunity. Lord Srihari instilling his power in bone marrow makes it a strong weapon. Stem cell in the bone marrow produces various lymphocytes like T cell, B cell and antigen presenting cells. The ability for the stem cell to differentiate into different kind of cells is the power instilled by Lord Srihari. Bone marrow is effective and powerful only when power of Srihari is instilled. The reason behind Dadichi's sacrifice and crafting of Vajrayudha or bone marrow transplantation. Normally, autoimmune disease is mediated by circulating autoantibodies and autoreactive T cells of immune complex. However, if it cannot mediate or cure, reconstitution of immune system through bone marrow transplantation is required. The aim of reconstitution is to destroy self-reacting immune cells and produce new functional immune system. This is the reason for Lord Srihari advising Indra to seek the body of sage Dadichi. The devotion of Vrutra and Vrutra's death. The reconstituted immune system from bone marrow transplantation produces new antigen presenting cells, B cells and T cells that can destroy autoantibodies and autoreactive T cells to fight against autoimmune disease. During that fight, Vrutra surprises Indra by exhibiting his devotion towards Lord Srihari. Autoimmune disease is also caused by probiotic microbes in the gut. The probiotic gut microbes helps digestion, immunity and many other metabolic activities in our body. Even though it is responsible for autoimmune disease, basically they are probiotics which are very useful and friendly bacteria. When the gut lining is damaged, these probiotics enters blood and leads to autoimmune disease. The damage of gut lining is the offering of Twashta in Dakshinagni to create Vrutrasura, recurring autoimmune disease. When probiotics enters blood, it gets circulated and reaches all organs and tissues. And this is what Vrutra encircling all parts. The reconstituted immunity from bone marrow transplant constantly fights and destroys autoimmune disease is nothing but Indra killing Vrutra from his Vajrayudha. Brahmatya dosha and Indra's exit. After killing Vrutra, Indra couldn't escape from Brahmatya dosha. He hides himself in lotus duct of Manasa Sarovara in northeast direction. Brahmatya dosha means the immune deficiency which is the after effect of killing probiotics or helpful microbes of gut. When we identify the directions in our body, head is north, feet south, left trunk east and right trunk west. From the intersecting point navel, northeast direction is towards our left shoulder. Manasa Sarovara in northeast direction means the heart in the northeast direction from navel towards our shoulder. Lotus duct of Manasa Sarovara means thymus gland. All subsets of T cells are matured in thymus. That means helper T cell CD4, cytotoxic T cell CD8, TCR, CD3, CD2. All these matures in thymus gland. After destroying probiotic gut microbes, the coordination between gut and immunity collapses. That leads to immune deficiency without maturation of T cell subsets from thymus. This is the meaning of Indra hiding in lotus duct of northeast angled Manasa Sarovara. What happens to heaven without Lord Indra, or what happens to body in immune deficiency state, will be interpreted in the next explanation. This fantastic story of Purana not only gives us moral lesson but also reveals profound science related to bone marrow transplantation. It was Sri Madhvacharya who explained the essence and sanctities of Puranas. In fact, the works of Sri Vedavyasa stands as citations for the entire gamut of science, provided we interpret and understand them properly. Finally, with prayers to Sri Madhvacharya and his indweller Lord Sri Krishna to bestow the determination and ability to learn more divine engineering within us and around us, I am signing off. Thank you. Krishna Arpanamastu. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.